talk about transitioning in hardware, and DAWLESS transitioning is a whole topic unto itself. It's much more difficult than it is with a CDJ, right? That's built for transitions. It's designed to make that flawless experience, great effects and all that, and perfectly mastered audio. It's just not the same at all. What we're dealing with, very raw garage sound and hardware electronic music, sometimes. In a very good way, I personally prefer it over anything else. But I think as far as these transitions go, it's pretty confusing for people. And how do they do it? And what device should they use? Should they use an RC05 looper or a RC30 or guitar loopers that have stereo inputs and that slave to MIDI? Those are decent for doing live transitions. Chaos Replay can do it. The Octatrack does it extremely well. What I want to do is I want to be able to slave my Octatrack to the BPM. And so I want to record a version of my music that is going to transition well to a new song. What I discovered just from my own curiosities and playing around is that transitioning from drums to melody works extremely well. And transitioning from melody to drums works extremely well. Transitioning from melody to melody that's in the same key obviously works really well. Oh, and drums to drums works just fine if they're the same BPM. That's great. It's really just avoiding this harmonic content clashing with each other. We really don't want that to happen. So say I want to transition to a song at a different tempo. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to transition from 128 BPM to 145 BPM. But I'm going to transition from, this dub techno pattern over to this like electro track. Okay, so if I wanted to transition over to it as it is, then I would want to have all of the melodic content leave during my live loop. And I also need to get to the BPM. So I play my music in my dub techno track. And what we do is we are gonna record a loop of just the drums. So we're gonna start, bringing some of this music out. So I could, just because I don't want to do this, because I don't want to mess with this so much, mess with my track levels, what I recommend you do is you fade everything out. Like you go to your mixer section if you want, start fading stuff out. I just go to track and do it, but you can do it faster this way, or if you get a MIDI controller, that's really useful. But we want to get our melodic stuff out of here, so I'm gonna get rid of all my melodic stuff that's playing. I got some playing over here. Just down to my drums. Right, I'm gonna hit yes, get a recording. We're gonna do our recording. You can do it before or after you transition to the new BPM. It actually would sound better to record it after you transition to the new BPM, because if you record the recording that I have now over here is gonna get time stretched to 140 BPM from 128. So it's gonna sound a little gritty. That's also an effect. The grit of time stretch is an effect. It can sound kind of nice, but technically you would actually want to start your BPM transition first if you wanted to have the tastiest live loop, right? Because without the time stretch having any effect on your music. So we want to nudge our tempo up. I'm going to do it kind of quickly just to get this over with so you can just see the results. So I'm going to start bringing this BPM. I'm going to do it, with some intention, not like a maniac. People are like, oh, something's happening. At 145, I can grab my live loop. There it is, it's looping. It's grabbing the loop now at 145 BPM. I'm gonna transition super fast with the fader. I'm over. We're gonna go to the new song on the dig attack. We're in the new song. Now we can do our transition. We can do a slow, this is what's cool about this is that we don't have to do this fast, voomp, and we just drop into a song. We can actually fade into it. Check it out. Jamming, right? Pretty cool. We transitioned from dub techno at 128 BPM to 145 BPM, and it sounded good. Smooth transition between songs. I think it is the best use case to have your Octatrack be a slave as a performance mixer and not to be a master. And the reason for this is that if you do a transition, if you record a 4-bar loop and you want to transition, you can change your patterns on your external gear while the Octatrack is looping its live recording. That way you can do all sorts of changes out here while it does what it does, and you can adjust the tempo on your external box. It just works so much better. You stay on one pattern the entire time. You're just using the parts on the Octatrack. All of my music in the same project on all the machines. Octatrack being slaved by the clock, still on pattern 1 on my Octatrack. Live looped 4-bar segment. Perfect, right? I mean, to me, that was perfect. Nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, pull that off in a live show. It will sound fantastic. Want to use this technique at your next live show? Visit patreon.com/EZBOT and you can download all my performance templates for the Elektron Octatrack. Don't like subscriptions? You can visit coffee.com/EZBOT. Want to learn how to build it from scratch? You can watch the live stream where this video was pulled from. I'll have a link to that in the video description. Learning how to do this from scratch is what I recommend, that whole teach a man to fish type principle. But I also think it's a great idea to get a reference, so visiting Patreon or Coffee and getting one of the templates and using it as a reference to build your own performance templates on your Octatrack is a great idea and will probably give you the most benefits because it will teach you so much about performance effects and the Elektron Octatrack if that's something that you're interested in. And all you got to do is hit the yes button and it will record a 4-bar loop. You do have to have, practice to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember, I gotta take out all this melodic content, or I gotta match keys or relative keys or pivot mix or whatever. Pretty cool, right? I think it's super cool. This is why I love the Octatrack. I mean, come on, how else? You can't do this on anything else.